Imagine a future world, buzzing, with energy. Data flows like electricity. Value travels instantly. This is the world Bitcoin is building. It is a world of speed and innovation. Bitcoin is more than just money. It is an economic paradigm shift. It challenges old ideas. It empowers the world. It is a tool for freedom and change. Bitcoin is the spark to a brighter future and a journey to infinity. Visionaries and skeptics alike. Let's explore the frontiers of value itself. What determines extraordinary worth in our world? Is it utility, rarity, cultural significance, or perhaps something more fundamental, an immutable law of economics that transcends physical and digital boundaries? The universal language of scarcity. Throughout human history, we've witnessed how scarcity transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. Consider the home you might live in. In just 20 years, American housing values have surged over 500%, from modest five-figure prices to today's $500,000 average. Not because houses fundamentally changed, but because limited supply met increasing demand. But this is merely the beginning. Venture to the summit of real estate. Manhattan penthouses commanding $135 million, or New York's Empire State Building according to current estimates, cost approximately $40 million to build, which when adjusted for inflation is equivalent to around $661 million in today's devalued dollar. Completed in 2010 after 5 years of construction, the Burj Khalifa, which boasts 163 floors, a total height of 2,722 feet, or just over half a mile with a record, final construction cost, approximately $1.5 billion. Though one of the tallest skyscraper in the world, Burj Khalifa surprisingly is not the most expensive residence in the world. The Buckingham Palace in London is the world's most expensive house, with an estimated value of $4.9 billion. Around the world, buildings like this aren't just homes. They're monuments to the power of exclusivity. In art, a single Leonardo da Vinci, the Salvator Mundi, captured $450 million, not for canvas and paint, but for its singular place in history. There will never be another. Building intensity. This fundamental principle, that true scarcity creates exponential value, isn't just economic theory. It's the invisible force behind civilization's most treasured possessions, the digital transformation of scarcity through a thoughtful, measured pace, a powerful principle engineered into perfection. Bitcoin isn't merely money, it's mathematical certainty. 21 million forever. This isn't the scarcity of they don't make them like they used to. This is the scarcity of absolute verifiable mathematical truth. Bitcoin has accomplished something unprecedented. It has created perfect digital scarcity. Unlike Manhattan penthouses, Bitcoin requires no maintenance. Unlike Salvator Mundi, it needs no climate-controlled vault. Unlike gold, it requires no security or guards. Bitcoin is divisible to 8 decimal places, giving us 100 million satoshis per coin. It's instantly transportable across borders. It's immune to counterfeiting. And it operates on a global network beyond any single government's control. What we're witnessing isn't just another asset class, it's the digitization of scarcity itself. Let's address the question directly. Can Bitcoin reach escape velocity? At today's prices, Bitcoin very well might exceed the total gold market of roughly 18-20 trillion. Such a valuation seems fantastical. With growing conviction, even conservative projections show Bitcoin's growth potential. If Bitcoin captured just a fraction of global wealth, say $10 trillion, each coin would command nearly $500,000. At $30 trillion, we approach $1.5 million per coin. The path from millions to hundreds of millions requires not a minor evolution, but a revolution in how wealth is stored and valued globally. Yet history is defined by precisely such revolutions. The brand of perfect scarcity. Think of the world's most exclusive brands, Louis Vuitton, Supreme, the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe that sold for $143 million. What makes these items valuable isn't primarily their utility, it's their position in our collective consciousness. They represent not just quality, but belonging to an exclusive class. Bitcoin is the ultimate expression of this principle, a digital brand with perfect scarcity. Owning even a fraction of a Bitcoin may one day be seen not just as an investment, but as membership in history's most exclusive club, those who recognized digital scarcity before the world fully grasped its implications. The global real estate market alone exceeds $300 trillion. Add global equities, bonds, art, precious metals, and emerging digital assets, and we begin to see that wealth measured in quadrillions isn't beyond comprehension, even without accounting for nations around the globe printing money in oblivion to buy Bitcoin. We are simply calculating current asset valuations. Now let's begin to think outside the box, outside traditional frameworks, and think forward toward a market cap of $100 trillion, still well below total global asset values. Each Bitcoin exceeds $4.75 million. Again, we must remember new money is minted every day. We all receive paychecks, scarce assets grow in value, and Bitcoin follows this deflationary trend. The important fact to note is that Bitcoin is digital scarcity. This allows the IT to transcend into the digital realm, one which many AI agents and future digital universes will exist. We cannot send physical gold to Mars overnight, but you can send it digitally. Involving forward thinking and some Bitcoin confidence, let's consider the mathematics. A $200 million Bitcoin price would represent a market capitalization of approximately $4.2 quadrillion. Astronomical? Absolutely. Impossible? Not necessarily. The cosmic perspective. Contemplative, almost philosophical. Let me offer you a different perspective, one that stretches beyond Earth itself. Imagine Bitcoin not as code, but as an asteroid, a celestial object containing the rarest elements in the universe. Astronomers have identified asteroids like 16 Psyche, potentially worth $700 quintillion due to its precious metal content. Bitcoin, once barely a fraction of a percent to such magnitude of value, will eventually grow to exceed even the richest of such objects in existence, because as Bitcoin is mined, the core strengthens. As with these asteroids, in order to extract their value, they must ultimately be fully mined and destroyed. This immutable concentration of digital scarcity found in Bitcoin represents a fragment of this cosmic rarity, divisible but never replicable. Bitcoin's value can be transferred throughout our star system and even into autonomous digital economies of the future. Bitcoin is building to win. As our world becomes increasingly digital, with over 90% of money already existing as electronic entries, the value of perfect digital scarcity grows exponentially. Just as ancient civilizations once transitioned from barter to precious metals, we stand at the threshold of another monetary evolution. Powerful, legendary one. No company is predicting Bitcoin will reach $200 million tomorrow or next year or even next decade. But I am suggesting that we've only begun to understand the implications of perfect digital scarcity in an increasingly digital world. The mathematics are clear. The historical precedents exist. The technology is proven. What remains is for us to recognize that we're not just witnesses to a new asset class. We're participants in a fundamental reevaluation of how humanity understands value itself. Whether Bitcoin reaches $200 million, $20 million, or stabilizes elsewhere, its core innovation, the creation of perfect digital scarcity, has already changed our world irreversibly. The question isn't whether scarcity creates extraordinary value. History has already answered that question definitively. The question is whether we'll recognize the implications of perfect digital scarcity before or after its transformative power has been fully realized. It is a glimpse into a future where finance is decentralized and accessible to all. The Bitcoin is a symbol of privacy and prosperity. It represents a break from tradition. It is a network secured by cryptography and driven by a global community, a network that cannot be controlled by any single entity. Bitcoin represents progress, with the power of technology to create a more equitable and efficient world. The world can feel uncertain, economies fluctuate, governments change, but Bitcoin offers stability. Bitcoin is governed by code. Its rules are transparent and unchanging. This predictability provides confidence in an unpredictable world. Bitcoin is a haven for those seeking financial sovereignty. It is a tool for individuals to take control of their own money. The journey of Bitcoin is just beginning. It has the potential to reshape the financial landscape. It can empower individuals and create new opportunities. Challenges lie ahead, but the future is bright. The Bitcoin community is strong and growing. Innovation continues at a rapid pace. Embrace the digital evolution. Join the movement. Be a part. In the future of finance, Bitcoin for all. Freedom and sovereignty forever.